What is up, everybody? Welcome to a top 10. And before you say
this can't be a top 10
because you're on the video, your face cam's there. You don't do top 10s with face cams. Well, you need to let me know if this is something you guys would like to see in the future. We're going to be changing things up a bit on the channel. And if you would like to see top 10s sometimes done with a face cam, which is way different from what we normally do, you let me know. Drop a like, let me know in the comment section. And the unpopular opinion craze is what's popular and trending right now. So I thought what we could do is possibly start a mini series where we go over unpopular opinions. And today we're going to focus on none other than Call of Duty. That's right, unpopular opinions in Call of Duty. We're going to go over 10 of them, my friends, most of them from Twitter, some of them from Reddit. We're going to go over the actual quotes from the people that gave these unpopular opinions, and I'm going to give you my opinion, which I am absolutely certain that you're going to give me your opinion as well. And remember, just because it's unpopular doesn't mean it's right or wrong, but I am fully prepared for the flaming war that is going to be the comment section. So without further ado, this is Unpopular Opinion Call of Duty Edition. Starting at number 10 from Christian Sosa over on Twitter. He says, Black Ops 4 isn't bad, there is just no incentive to play it with the other games that are out. So a lot of people like to harp on Black Ops 4. They say it's bad. So this is the unpopular opinion version of that, where Christian is saying, you know what? It's not a bad game. It's just being swallowed up by other games that are out. Apex Legends, Fortnite, Battlefield just launched, Firestorm, you've got Escape from Tarkov going, you've got a lot of other games that people are playing right now, and I agree with that to a degree, I guess. It's always been the other way around. Call of Duty has always been the one that swallows up these other games and makes them where nobody wants to play them, but it seems like it's a bit of a role reversal now when it comes to Black Ops 4. So I'm going to ask you on every one of these, do you think Black Ops 4 is a good game and it's just getting kind of pushed to the side because you have so much as a gamer right now on your plate and your palette to be able to choose from? Do you think it's a buffet of gaming, or do you think Black Ops 4 is a bad game? At number 9, and this is a spicy one, okay? Battlefield Niblet said over on Reddit, I think Zombies is an extremely overrated game mode. It's fun for a few hours and then just stupid repetition. That, I guess you could say that's an unpopular opinion. There's a lot of zombie fans out there, but here's my take on it. When you have something like Zombies, which is a repetitive game mode, I mean, come on, there's only so much you can do with the replayability factor when it comes to Zombies. That's not a negative. That's just that's the proof of the product. There's no way around that. And when they kind of struck gold with the original Zombies and they started growing, they did all kinds of stuff with Zombies. I mean, everybody did. Everybody did. Infinity Ward, Treyarch, Sledgehammer, everybody dove into the Zombies pool. And it comes to a point when you have a game that is, it's a repetitive type game, it's a survival game, and everybody's done everything they can, there comes a point where people are going to get bored with it, especially in this day and age where everything is about what can you give me in the next 5 minutes? Update, 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 give me new stuff, or I'm on to something else. So, I mean, it's not an overrated game in my opinion. I just think it's run its course. I think that's where I'm going to go with it. You guys let me know what you think. Okay, sticking with Zombies for number 8, Rain VFX over on Twitter says, Spec Ops on Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 was better than Zombies. Unpopular opinion, probably for most zombie YouTubers, they will say yes. Now, Modern Warfare 2 Spec Ops, I truly enjoyed. Modern Warfare 3, I more so enjoyed the survival mode. So am I going to say it was a better product than Zombies? I'm probably not going to agree with that. I don't think that one's true. And I don't know. You may agree or disagree. I think Zombies was a full fleshed out game and there was so much to it, so deep, especially Treyarch's. Treyarch's offering of Zombies has been its own thing. It's literally been so much that it's created its own subculture when it comes to the Call of Duty games. A lot of people were looking forward to Zombies as opposed to multiplayer campaign or any other type of side objective in the game. So Spec Ops on Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 was great for what it was, but in no way was it as deep or as immersive as Zombies. That's my opinion. Let me know what you think. Number 7 from Darth Vandigo on Twitter. Infinite Warfare and Black Ops 3 were the same game. except IW was better. That is definitely going to fit the definition of an unpopular opinion for most, and I'm going to take the bait. It's bait, it's a bait tweet, and I'm just going to gobble up the bait. That is completely wrong. I totally disagree. I don't think they were the same game at all. There were multiple things that were different about these games. One of those being I just felt like Black Ops 3 was a better playing game. It was a smoother running game. That's just me. And Infinite Warfare, they went out there, man. They went outlandish with things they did on the guns and the perks that came on these guns and all that stuff. And for him to say IW was better, to each his own. Everybody has the right to their opinion. Free will choice. I totally get it, but Darth Bundy, I totally, absolutely disagree with you. For me, it's all about the replayability factor. And I had more drive and incentive to go replay Black Ops 3 over and over and over and grind that game as opposed to IW. Now, that's just me personally. Some people may disagree with that, but my replayability factor on IW was about 3 weeks. So what do you think? Were they the same game? And which one was better? Okay, let's get into some competitive unpopular opinions. Mikey Dan on Twitter says, Uplink was so much more entertaining to watch than CTF and Control. Now, I don't know if that's really an unpopular opinion or not, but I'll tell you this right here. Uplink in Advanced Warfare was one of the most exciting viewer, whatever the word I'm looking for. As a viewer, I absolutely loved watching Uplink. Is it better than CTF to me? Absolutely. I always thought CTF was the most boring game mode out of all the ones I watched. When I owned Team Caliber and we used to go to the events, CTF was my least favorite one to watch or coach or anything. I would rather watch S&D. I would definitely rather watch Hardpoint. In Uplink, I saw some of the most intense, crazy matches I've ever seen in games. I love Hardpoint, though, and I loved Blitz from Call of Duty Ghost. I thought that was also up there as one of the, just a ton of entertainment value as a COD viewer when it came to competitive. So I'm going to ask you guys, was Uplink more entertaining to you than CTF or Control? Okay, this next one is definitely going to be, it's going to fit the bill of being an unpopular opinion. Gambit 11B on Reddit says, I like IW, both the game and the studio. He likes Infinite Warfare and he likes Infinity Ward. Treyarch is the worst studio because of their awful hit detection. Wow. Okay, let me think about this for a second. I go back to Black Ops 2. And when I think of hit detection, I think of Black Ops 2 and I think of Modern Warfare 2. Okay? Modern Warfare 2, to me, had the best hit detection and recognition that I've ever played in Call of Duty. I don't know what they did, but the secret formula to whatever it was, the special sauce, it was perfect. I felt Black Ops 2 was pretty good as well. And that's kind of that gray area because some people will argue the exact opposite about Black Ops 2. And mine's probably an unpopular opinion, but that's what comes to my mind. But for them to say that Treyarch is the worst studio because of their awful hit detection over Infinity Ward, who has had a string of games that have been less popular, I don't know. But then again, we spin things on its heel, and you turn around, and right now, Treyarch is getting more hate than they have ever gotten. They were the golden child of the developer cycle up until Black Ops 4, and now it's not so much. You go on their live streams, there's lots of hate, there's all kinds of stuff. So, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. Okay, number 4. We're going to stick to Reddit, all right? Jack Ammon Leo, hope I said that right, 626 says, Modern Warfare 2 is not the best COD game. It's not even a top 3. Now, the first thing that I want to say about this is Modern Warfare 2 is by far the most busted game to come out, okay? The day of launch, Modern Warfare 2 was the most broken game in terms of a Call of Duty launch. Yes, we've seen, Black Ops 4 Zombies, you had blue screens, all kinds of issues with Call of Duties, right? But Modern Warfare 2, the whole thing was busted. I mean, it was all busted, which is what made it amazing. Everything in the game was overpowered. You had akimbo shotguns that sniped across the entire map. I mean, there was so much wrong. One-man army, noob tubes, you had commando lunge. There was a ton wrong with the game, and nobody thinks about that because it was all wrong, and it was so overpowered that people loved it. So the unpopular opinion is Modern Warfare 2 is not a top 3 game. I'm going to get some hate for this. It may nudge out of the top 3 for me. I love the game. I have so many memories with it. I love the campaign just as much. But Black Ops 1 is at the top of my list. I can't not put Black Ops 2 somewhere in there. And I loved World at War. So I don't think I'd have it in my top 3. It would probably be at number 4. You guys, give me your opinion. Let me know. Is it a top 3 game or not? At number 3, from Infrared Vibes on Twitter. Call of Duty is outdated at this point. It's trash how there's so few online maps and the campaign gets beat in 2 days. Not the same. So, I mean, the question is, I guess the unpopular opinion is Call of Duty is outdated. I agree with that. Call of Duty is outdated to the point that it's running on the same engine that it's been running on for almost a decade now. To me, that is definitely outdated. And it's outdated to the point that even with innovation that's come from Sledgehammer and Advanced Warfare and exosuits and wall running and Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare and Sledgehammer again innovating to do basic divisions and stuff like that, even with all that, at the core of the game, it's an arcade shooter. It's an arcade style shooter, and Call of Duty is Call of Duty, whether it's boots on the ground or whether you're flying through the air. And it's really hard to change up that formula to make it something innovative that's fresh and not out of date. So would I agree with Red when he says it's outdated? Yeah, I would. Am I still a Call of Duty fan at heart? I always will be, but they're kind of in a position where I don't think they really know where to pivot. I don't know. And the whole it's trash because there's so few online maps, we all know that's an issue. I mean, the content gets less and less and less at launch, and then we get more and more and more behind different paywalls. So I think that's a different argument or different opinion for a different topic. But yeah, I think Call of Duty is outdated. At number 2, over on Reddit, Sixa says, the main reason most people hate jetpacks is because they're not good enough with a controller to keep up, and not even the aim assist can save that. And boots on the ground is more simple and more familiar. That's probably an unpopular opinion. A lot of people, nobody likes to be critiqued until they're not good at something, especially in Call of Duty when it comes to their aim. Well, I'm going to be the first one to open up to you guys. Actually, I've said this a million times. I have nothing to hide. I can't aim for squat in video games. I am a spray and pray kind of guy. So yeah, the learning curve was pretty steep for me in Advanced Warfare because you have people jumping around like rabbits and bunny jumping, and it was hard for me to aim because I wasn't a good aim anyway. And I can imagine how the snipers felt in that game. So yeah, there's probably, I'm going to agree with him to a fault. I mean, well, not to a fault, to a certain extent. The main reason most people hate it is because they weren't good enough. There were probably people that hated Advanced Warfare, hated on it because they were exposed because they weren't a good aim and they weren't that good with a controller. I didn't hate on it. I played the game. I feel like I got better at it. I posted some of my highest kill matches on my channel back then. But yeah, boots on the ground is way more simpler. It's way more methodical, and it's way more familiar. So if that's an unpopular opinion, it's partially right. And at number 1 today, this comes from none other than my bro, my buddy, my pal, my Call of Duty peer, Ryan Prestigious Key. Advanced Warfare was the best COD multiplayer, unpopular opinion. And he actually made a video on this, so you guys should go check it out. And he says, here's an unpopular opinion. Perhaps I can show you why I have it. Let me know what you guys think. So Ryan says that AW was the best multiplayer. Do you agree or do you disagree? Now, there are some functions of AW multiplayer that I would agree with him on. I would agree with him on the stuff they put in the supply drops. I mean, the way you could actually like make your outfits and the exosuits and the art design that went. I mean, you had your boots, you had your gloves, you had your sunglasses. They went crazy in that aspect. And some of the DLC maps were crazy as well. The one clown map that was based on an actual spooky clown town out in the desert, I did a video on that. There was a lot of good things when it came to multiplayer. Was I a fan of the double jumping exosuits? Absolutely not. I get where he's coming from to a degree. Would I say it's the best MP? No. I think Ryan woke up and Ryan wanted to troll some people and see how deep the salty wounds would go. No, I'm kidding. But no, I don't think it's the best multiplayer at all. You guys, let me know what you think about that. And there you have it. That is a top 10 with a face cam, interactive, kind of with you guys. If you guys want to tweet me unpopular opinions, go for it. We did the Call of Duty edition right here. What other editions would you like to see? Unpopular opinion, we could do a Halo version. We could do a PUBG. Unpopular opinion, Fortnite version. If you guys have any unpopular opinions in the gaming industry as a whole, make sure you tweet them at me, I guess, with the hashtag unpopular opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want more videos like this, if you want some regular top 10s with some face cam thrown in there, let me know. Hope you guys have a great day. Make sure you're subscribed. Turn on those post notifications. Please turn on those post notifications. Drop a like, and I'll see you soon.